Their language is still spoken, their architectural marvels continue to impress us, their agricultural innovations are still in use. This resilience serves as a testament to the enduring power of culture and the indomitable human spirit. These themes of power, ambition, cultural clash, and resilience are not confined to the past. They resonate in our contemporary world, shaping our societies, influencing our decisions, and guiding our future. History is not just about the past, but a mirror reflecting our present and guiding our future. The story of the Incas is one such tale and continues to resonate with us.